Today we're doing postnatal yoga. If you're following along with the postpartum challenge, today is day 7, so we are just finishing up our first week. So this is really meant to be a reward and a feel-good class. Of course, we will do some core work as well. Of course, you can also do this as a standalone class as well. You also don't need any equipment except for a mat or comfortable floor to get down on. Let's start with our feet hip-width distance apart. We can take our hands to our ribs. We're going to breathe in to our side and back ribs. Keeping our shoulders relaxed. Exhale, zippering up, bringing everything in. One more time. Good. Let's add our arms. Inhale up. Keeping our ribs pulled down, looking up at our thumbs. Exhale, coming down. One more time. Last one. Let's move into chair pose. We can take our hands up, palms facing each other, and then sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. Chest stays high. Let's engage our core and our pelvic floor. Breathing here. Beautiful. Come on up, hands down. Let's do that one more time. Sitting back, re-engaging. Shoulders are nice and low. Inhale. Coming up, inhale up. We can point our fingers. Let's step behind and then stretch through our side body. Exhale, engage our obliques to come up. Switching to the other side. Exhale up. Let's step wide apart for goddess pose. Knees pressing behind you. Arms are strong. Beautiful. Squeezing to come back up. Let's pigeon toe our feet in for a wide-legged forward fold. You can either clasp your elbows or your hands behind you, taking a little chest opener with a lengthened spine, folding all the way forward. And if your hands are clasped, you can drop them behind. You can let your shoulders come up towards your ears in this position. If it feels good, you can also gently lunge back and forth. Finding a little bit more length in your spine. Good. If your hands are away from your body, let's bring them back in. The strong core coming all the way back up. Beautiful. Let's come to the top of our mat here and let's take a big step back for warrior one legs. We can bring our hands up. Let's take our hands behind our ears and we're going to fold forward in humble warrior. And coming up, take 4 more of these. Good, and let's move from warrior one legs into a lunge here. We can bring our hands in front. And we're going to open up to the side. If you have Diastasis Recti, you're going to only open up a quarter of the way, or you can open up farther if it's safe for you. Last one. Good. Let's bring our weight forward. We can find our balance on one foot. Let's move into warrior 3, slowly lifting that back foot off, hinging forward. You can bring your arms out to the side or ahead of you. Beautiful. Come on up, and we can do that on the other side. Let's step back for warrior 1. Shoulders relaxed down your back, finding your breath here. Bring your hands behind your ears. Let's fold forward. Good. And readjust into a lunge. Hands come forward. And then we'll open up to the side using your core. Moving slowly with control. Good. Let's find our balance on our other foot. Hinging at the hip, moving into warrior 3. Slowly moving out of the pose. Let's come down on to our knees. We can take a kneeling lunge here. So you can stay here, or you have the option to take a nice quad stretch by bending your back knee, or alternatively come down on your hands or your elbows for a nice stretch. So wherever you are, finding your breath. Slowly moving out. Let's flex our front foot, hinge at our hips. Nice hamstring stretch here. That heels pressing in to your mat. Moving to the other side. And taking whichever variation feels good today. Good. Moving out on this side, flexing that foot. Let's come up. Let's move into a downward dog. You can pedal out your heels or shift your hips back and forth, whatever feels good. We're releasing it down to all fours. Let's take a sip of water. have two different options. You can either stay on all fours, or you can move right down onto your tummy. But if you have diastasis recti or you're breastfeeding, it doesn't feel good, you can stay on all fours. If you're down on your tummy, we're going to do a modified plank pose. Otherwise, we're going to do a bear hover. So we are going to exhale, wrap our corset around our core, and come into our modified plank or come into our bear hover. We're going to hold here. Shoulders are nice and low down our back. Arms are strong. Core is strong. Breathing into your side and back ribs so you can keep activating your core. Beautiful. Release down. Let's take a breath. We'll do that one more time. Moving into your modified plank or bear hover. Exhale. Lift. Good. Releasing down. So let's come right down onto our sides, or you can roll over. We're going to find our modified side plank now. So lining up your knee, your body, your shoulder, and your elbow here. We can take one hand up, and you're either going to hold here, or if you want an extra challenge, you can lift that top leg. Good. Engaging your core, breathing here. Releasing down and taking that hand behind your ear, and we're going to take elbow to knee. Last one. Good. Let's release down. You can roll over. I'm going to move to the other side so that you can see me. Taking your time to set up your plank, re-engaging your core, and holding here 5 breaths. Last breath. Good. Releasing down, elbow to knee, exhale. Last one. Beautiful. Release down. So we're going to stretch out through our glutes and piriformis. You can either move in it to a pigeon pose, or we can take a figure 4 stretch, sitting tall, crossing one leg over, or swinging through for pigeon. Flexing your top foot. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, if you're in figure 4, we can straighten our bottom leg, and sitting tall, engaging your core, you bring this foot up, cradling this foot. Beautiful. Wherever you are, slowly moving out of the pose. We'll get ready to switch to the other side. If you wanted to cradle the other leg, release. Let's find our way to a wide-legged forward fold. It doesn't matter how far apart your legs are. You can also sit on a pillow or a block if that's more comfortable. Knees and toes pointing up, feet are flexed. Let's move back and forth. Good. You can stay tall here, or you can hinge at your hips and lean forward if that feels good. It's working on keeping your knees and toes pointing up. Good. Coming up, let's bring our feet together for Baddha Konasana, letting our knees flop out. Sitting tall, let's add a couple of pelvic floor contractions here. First, fully relaxing, and then exhale, picking up the blueberry, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully release. Again. Holding, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing, strong contraction in and up. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Pick it up, let it down. Continue. Last one, beautiful, fully relax. You can lean forward if that feels good. Inhale, coming up, let's find our way onto our backs for Savasana or whatever resting pose feels good for you. Let's roll our shoulder blades down, our back palms come up. You can let your feet flop out. Let's take a big inhale in, sigh out. Letting any tension go. Again. Letting your teeth open slightly and your face relax, your jaw relax. Scan your whole body, relaxing each part. Feel heavy on the ground. If you want to stay resting here, you can, or you can finish up with me. Let's circle our fingers and toes. Stretch in opposite directions by keeping your ribs pulled in to protect your core. We can roll over on our side and find our way back up to a seated position. Namaste. I hope your body is feeling amazing after that postnatal yoga class. We are finishing up day 7. I would love to know what your favorite style of workout has been so far this week. If you do have diastasis recti and you haven't seen my guide on how I healed my 4-finger diastasis recti gap, I'm going to link to that in the description box below.